quite a few years now we've had our own self-employed scheme within construction. Basically for years now the companies have been voiding paying holiday pay, the nationally agreed terms and conditions on pay and forcing their workers into self-employment and driving the rate down years and years. In the last budget, Osborne changed that, saying that everybody now who works for an agency within construction can no longer be classed as self-employed.
They're now going to put us on an umbrella PAYE scheme through the agency, which basically means that you're not only going to pay tax as a PAYE person, you're also going to pay the employer's national insurance.
So, for example, a worker will pay his tax and national insurance like he's meant to, but then on top of that he's paying 13.08% employer's national insurance, as well as then they take holiday pay. It's a savings scheme that they're keeping in their bank account and earning fortunes of interest. And then to top it all off, they then charge you 20 quid a week for the privilege. You know, and it's an absolute rip-off, and it's something that's got to stop. And actually the wages are going down and down over this. And then their answer to this is actually, you know, what you've got to do is you've got to claim expenses. You know, you've got to claim for your travel, you've got to claim for your food, and these expenses ain't legitimate. So what they're basically doing is they're cajoling the guys into committing tax fraud to make their wages up, and it's an absolute disgrace. It's got to stop. Yeah, we're going through, mate, sorry. A bit more, a few more of us than you. Hold on. Shut the fucking door, man! Shut it! Whoa, easy now, Tiger!
You can make sure nobody opens any doors to Cyprus.
Seeing as these people ain't being very nice to us and not letting us come on the site and speak to the lads, Crossrail basically, they're doing this project on behalf of TfL and Network Rail, so if we can't shut the job down, we'll shut the underground down, so we might as well just go and occupy Whitechapel Station instead, yeah? We even had one of these umbrella companies saying, well, actually what we can do is we can put you onto a scheme where we pay you minimum wage, which you're paying national insurance on, and the rest of it we can pay you in a dividend. And then because you're on national insurance, you'll be able to claim housing benefit and tax credits and all the rest of it. We've got a letter from HMRC the other day who's saying that umbrella companies are perfectly legal. It's perfectly legal for the companies to say you've got to pay the employer's contribution to national insurance. The only answer has got to be that we're going to stop jobs.
We had a meeting on site. We decided that this was unacceptable. We couldn't carry on like this, so we decided to walk out and demand to be taken on the cards by NG Bailey's direct. This was on a Friday. We had the meeting in the canteen. We walked off the job. The union came down, went into negotiations, and to the credit of Bailey's, they'd offer us a 3-month contract direct on the cards, a rolling contract. I don't think this would have happened if we hadn't taken some form of action, because you get the usual stuff from the agency, don't worry, it'll all be okay. And it's a bit ironic that after 2 hours of us walking out, the two fellas turned up from the agency who guys had been trying to talk to for weeks before this to sort the problem out, miraculously. But anyway, too little too late, the deal was done with us, well, Unite and Bailey's, and we're now on a 3-month contract, which suits everyone on full terms, JLB terms and conditions.
A teacher contacted me the other day, and one of her classroom assistants is through an agency, and they've been told now that they've got to go through an umbrella scheme. it's going to be tried and tested within the construction industry. But this is something, you've seen through 0 hours contracts and the lack of action by the government, that actually this is something that the agencies are going to push through every industry. And if we have a determined fight back in construction, we can show other industries the way on how you beat these contracts and beat 0 hours.
Go and talk to your employer, tell him your concerns. If that fails, organise a meeting on site, elect yourself a spokesman, maybe have another go and see the management, tell them your concerns. If that don't work, then I think you've got to take some form of action.